Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make this real pretty floral bracelet. This is great for beginners. This is great to practice the forward backwards knots. You are going to need 4 pinks or whatever color you choose. This will be the color of I call them the sides of the bracelet, and it'll also be the color of the pattern. You can use whatever color you want. You will need 6 whites and then 2 green for the leaves. So our very first row, I have my strings all grouped together. I am going to take my pink string onto the white string and do a forward backwards knot. And then we'll set that out of the way and we'll move on to my next set of strings, which should be green and white. So I'm going to take the white, and do a backwards knot onto the green, then move on to the next set of strings. And I'm also going to put the pattern up here in the corner, so if you don't want to hear me talk, I totally understand, because I hate the sound of my voice. I'm going to take white and pink, and I'm going to do a backwards knot white onto the pink. And these should like mirror each other too, if you ever get like wonder what colors go where. Like you see on this side, we got pink, white, green, white, pink, white, and then, you know, pink, white, green, white, pink, white. Kind of like a chevron, how they mirror each other on the opposite sides. So next I'm going to take my white and my pink, and I'm going to take the white string and make a forward knot. I'm going to take my green and white and make a forward knot. I'm going to take my pink and white and make a backwards forward knot, and then I'll start to create that edge. And then that completes the first row. Whenever you see this, remind me like little arrows, that means that you're going to be leaving that string out for this row. So I'm going to take my pink strings, I'll move them to the side because we're not going to be using them in this row, and then I'm going to regroup. Okay, so for the second row, we are going to do a forward backward knot, backward forward knot, and a backward forward knot, leaving your main color out. So I'm going to do white on white, forward, backwards, green on white, forward, backwards. This will start to create the flower petals, so it'll just be a forward knot. And then green on white is going to be a backward forward, and then white on white, this is going to be another backward forward. And that completes the second row. So now we are on the third row. We are going to be bringing our pink string back in. We're going to do a forward backwards knot, forward knot, backwards forward. Sorry, it's getting a little messed up here. So for the fifth row, we'll be bringing our pink strings back in. We'll be doing a backward forward, So for the fifth row, we'll be bringing those pink strings back in, or whatever color you chose. We're going to be doing a forward, backward, forward, backward, forward, backward, forward. Okay, so I'm going to take my pink string onto my white. I'm going to do a forward, backward, and then I'm going to take my white on green and do a forward, backward. Then I'm going to take my pink on white and do a forward. I'm going to take my pink on white again, but I'm going to do a backwards knot. I'm going to take my white on green and do a backward forward. I'm going to take my pink on white and do a backward forward knot, and that will complete the fifth row. So for the sixth row, we're going to be leaving those pink strings out again. You're going to be doing a forward backward knot, forward backward, backwards forward, backward forward knot. So let me get my strings in order. We're going to be doing a backward. We're going to do a forward backwards knot. Take our next set of strings. We're going to be creating that leaf. A forward backwards. Okay, then I got my 2 pinks, and I'm going to be doing a backwards forward. Then I got my green on white. I'm going to be taking my green. I'm going to do a backward forward knot, and then I got my 2 whites, and I'm going to do a backward, and that will complete the 6th row. So for the 7th row, we're going to be bringing our pink strings back in. I'm going to do, for this row, forward backward, so forward knot, forward backward. Backward forward. So I got my pink on my white, forward backward, got my green and my white. I'm going to take that white string and make a forward knot onto the green. Then I got my pink and white. I'm going to take that white string and make a forward knot with the pink. And then on the other side, got my pink and white. I'm going to take my white string and make a backwards knot onto the pink. I'm going to take my white and my green. I'm going to make a backwards knot with the white onto the green. And then, the pink and the white. I'm going to take my pink and make a backward forward knot onto the white. And that completes the 7th row. So for the very last row, we are going to be leaving our pink strings out. So we're going to go ahead and put them on the side. We're going to be making a forward backward knot, backward forward. So I'm going to take my white and my green string. I'm going to take my white string and make a forward backward knot onto the green string. Then I'm going to take my pink and my white. All of these should be white knots. This is all the background color. So I'm going to do forward, backward. I'm going to take my 2 whites, and it's going to be a backward, forward. Then I'm going to take my white onto my pink, backward, forward, and then my white onto my green, and do a backward, forward knot. And this completes all the steps, and then you just repeat until you get to your desired length. This is what the bracelet looks like when it's finished. It is a gorgeous pattern. I absolutely love this bracelet. I think it's very pretty. So you can either just follow along, you can mute it and just follow along with the pattern, because I'm going to put it up in the corner. And this is a great way to practice the backward, forward, and the forward, backwards knots, because I know they can get a little confusing sometimes, but this is a gorgeous pattern. And if you stayed this long, I appreciate you watching. And if you make this, send me a picture, and I appreciate it. Thank you, and have a good day.